Hi guys, and welcome to this channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm author of this channel about Germany and Austria and life here and work, but also author of the website Russian Vagabond, where I'm writing a lot about work in Germany and Austria, and particularly in Germany. And today I want to talk about some kind of educational program in Germany which allows you to work and to study at the same time. It's called the Ausbildung, or it's apprenticeship in English, or vocational training. I write a lot about this in my website, but not much in this channel, and in this video I want to really explain you what is all about this Ausbildung, what's special about this, and if you should actually do this in Germany or not, and can you do this as a foreigner from maybe non-EU country in Germany. What is Ausbildung? Ausbildung is apprenticeship or vocational training which allows you to work and to study at the same time. It's not a high education level, it's vocational education, so basically you will learn about some profession. Usually it's craft and trade professions such as merchants, electricians, mechanicals, or even nurses. So in Germany you can find the Ausbildung profession for any sort of profession, but it's not the high-level profession. So basically you're more working with your hands, it's more active job. So in Germany there are over 300 different types of Ausbildung for any field, any specializations, wherever you want, wherever you're interested about. So it's not a problem to find the right program for you. What is exactly like Ausbildung? How does it look like? Like usually the students who attend the Ausbildung, they call trainees. They attend the professional school half of the time, and then half of the time they work in a company. This work would be of course related to your profession. You already have some experience, like whatever you learn in the school, you will apply the skills you have learned in this company. For example, if you're a nurse, you are learning in blocks, so you will be 2 months in a school and then you will be 2 months in a hospital or in an elderly care facility or in a nursing home. So and then during these 2 months you will apply the things you have learned in the school. It's very hands-on education, so you really learn a lot about your future profession, and that's why it's so popular in Germany. It's for people who don't want to go the theoretical way, don't want to like study 3-4 years, learn theory only. They go to vocational education and they apply already after a few months or even after a few days. In some professions you learn in the school 3 days or 2 days, and then you go and already work the rest of the week. So basically you even don't spend a months of learning. You already can just work. Yeah, if you're really a type of person, like hands-on person, more like practical orientated, work with your hands, have more like active job and not sedentary job, it's a good choice. The Ausbildung in Germany lasts between 1 year and 4 years. It all depends on your profession. And so there are two different main types of Ausbildung in Germany. Educational Ausbildung and normal Ausbildung. Berufliche Ausbildung is trade. It's professional Ausbildung. So educational Ausbildung is more made for theoretical occupations who wanna be pedagogue, or also nurses, medical professions, physiotherapists. So basically where you need to learn a lot in order to be good in your job. Professional Ausbildung, it's more common, there are more jobs in professional Ausbildung. It's just normal mechanicals, electricians, bakers, waiters, and etc. Everything where you don't have to sit in a school like for months and learn a lot of theory. And both of these Ausbildung types you will study and you will also apply your skills in a practice. The only difference that in professional Ausbildung you usually will go to the school first day in a week, 2-3 days you go to the school, and then the rest of the week you go and work. And if it's educational training, usually you will study for a longer period of time, maybe months, maybe even years, and then after you will have your praxis. Then you will have months of the praxis or even a year of the praxis. Ausbildung, it's not something typical for Germany, it also exists in other countries, for example in Austria and in Switzerland in almost the same version, but a similar version you can find in other European countries like Netherlands, Czech Republic, France and Belgium, Spain, Luxembourg and even Poland. They have also similar vocational education, but they're not exactly like in Germany. But with German vocational training, so if you finish this, you have a certificate, you can work in any country, in even even the world, because it's recognizable in other countries. It's not that you finish and you can only work in Germany. That's not the case. Of course, because it's vocational education and not the higher education, you will receive the lower salary and you will also have fewer responsibilities. So if you don't strive for a paycheck, if it's not that important for you, Ausbildung is a good choice, because usually you will receive the full-time salary when you finish between 2,000 and 3,000 euro per month. It can grow and it will grow with your experience and the additional qualifications you receive through the further training, but usually orientate yourself on these numbers. And also trainees, they get paid during the Ausbildung. They get paid between 300 and 1,200. It's ranged a lot, and I also need to talk a little bit more about the salary during the Ausbildung, because for some occupations it's very low and for some it's higher than average. So average it's 950 euro, which you will receive during the vocational training already, so every month. And it would not matter if you now in school this month or if you in a company working, you will receive every month this money. But a quick notice is that not all educational Ausbildung are paid, because educational Ausbildung, as I mentioned, is very theory based and there you will need to study a lot, and they tend not to pay at all. Only paid educational Ausbildung is nursing, and so the rest, like pedagogues and physiotherapists and other medical fields, they are not paid, and you will actually have to have some financial also proof, some financials to be able to complete the program. If we're talking about salary again, the worst paid professions, unfortunately, quite popular professions like hairdresser, they receive only on average 340 euro and 500 euro per month, 340 euro and 600 euro per month, which is not enough to cover your living expenses. That means that you have to have some financials a part of this. The best paid Ausbildung programs for engineers like mechanicals and electricians with some technical skills, and also nursing, on average they receive 1,100 euro per month already during the Ausbildung. But salary after Ausbildung also range. So for nurses, for example, they start already with 2,500 euro per month, when others start with under the 1,000 euro actually, and it's gross. You will also need to pay taxes on it, so don't think that you will receive all this money in your banking account. For example, the lowest paid profession after the Ausbildung is chefs in restaurants. They receive only 1,600 euro per month. So you want to do Ausbildung in Germany, but what do you need for this? Requirements for vocational training in Germany are that you have to have some schooling leaving diploma, that you finish at least 10 years of school in your country. So you should also translate it to German and recognize it in Germany in the region where you want to do Ausbildung. It's very important, and only after you can apply with this recognition, so we can see that your school leaving diploma is recognized in Germany and similar to German one, and you can start. To enter the Ausbildung, it's easier than to enter university in Germany, because in university you need the Hochschulreife. It's the school leaving diploma with high amount of years, usually 12 till the 13 years, so you have to have longer educational background, bigger background to enter university in comparison to Ausbildung. Actually, in Germany, people already after 9 years of schooling can go and complete the Ausbildung program. But you need to remember that after finishing the Ausbildung, it doesn't mean that you can go and study at university if you don't have a school leaving diploma which fits for German university. Some people think that after Ausbildung they now eligible to study at university, but they are not. If you want to go and study, you need to go to Studienkolleg in Germany to study for 1 year more, or to even maybe go to your home country and study at university there in order to attend university in Germany. And it's not easy, because German universities requires high level of educational background for foreigners in order to enter. Also, you need to be mindful that to do Ausbildung in Germany, you need to speak German. I'm talking now in English, but it's not like for higher education. Ausbildung happens in Germany only in German language, and so in order to start, you need at least B1 level and better B2, but you can start with B1 and also really start learning German as soon as possible in your home country, because it will take time. And in order to finish your Ausbildung, in order to do the educational part, part and then a professional part, like in a school and in a company you need to speak well German, otherwise it would be very complicated. But rather than that, you don't have to have much to start a Ausbildung. As I mentioned, it's easy. You need to have school leaving diploma, German language, and you're ready to apply and start. You just need to have the visa and come to Germany. So after the Ausbildung, after you have finished, you have really good chances to stay in Germany. Germany really allows people after Ausbildung to continue to work. They can just apply for full-time jobs and after just receive the normal working visa. And this working visa will allow you to receive the permanent resident permit. Already after 2 years of working, you can have the permanent resident permit, which is unlimited, and you can stay in Germany as long as you want. As I mentioned, you can also go and work in other countries, for example, in European Union or a part of the European Union, because German Ausbildung allows you to do this, and it will be recognized in many different countries, so you can continue to be a specialist in the same area of your expertise in other country. But how actually you can find the Ausbildung place? So since March 2020, you have a new chance, new opportunity to come to Germany and to look for Ausbildung place, for vocational training place, and apply already in Germany. So you don't have to do it from your home country. You can come, and also to make a trial work, you can apply for Ausbildung to come to the employer to do some trial work, couple of days to see how it goes, and then you can apply for Ausbildung visa within Germany. It's called job seeking visa. You can apply for this one. It also has some requirements, but they are not that harsh, and you can stay for 6 months in Germany and seek for Ausbildung place. So for requirements, you need to have also financial background. You need to have between 600 and 700 euro per month to finance yourself, of course. Then you need to have a B1 German language certificate. As I mentioned, without German language it's not possible to do Ausbildung in Germany. Then you need to find an apartment or place to live and provide this. It's quite obvious. Then you have to have health insurance, just a simple health insurance for students or for tourists. And the last requirement is then you are younger than 25 years old. If you're older, you are not eligible for this kind of visa, and you have to find an Ausbildung from your home country. But if you're younger, just apply for this visa, come to Germany and seek place here, get to know your future employer, your future school. It's much better than you apply from abroad, because they are not really open to do Skype interviews to get to know you online, because Germany is still a little bit traditional, especially when it comes to Ausbildung, because it's still not in that high level than higher education, and people here more a little bit traditional. So guys, that was all information from my side about Ausbildung. Check out my website. If you choose a category Ausbildung, you will see many different topics and information about Ausbildung in Germany, apprenticeship in Germany, so you can be prepared informationally and come to Germany and find a place, or find a place from your home country, wherever you choose. I hope you enjoy this video and you learn something new from this. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, for more videos about Germany, and I will see you in the next video.